are protected.
Thank you very much. Turning now to the start of our second round. Mr. Brock, you have the floor for 5 minutes, please.
Mr. Richard, your evidence so far in the half an hour that we've listened to you, in my view, is a serious indictment against the Justin Trudeau government. And the concerns regarding the culture of fear is extremely disturbing for the professional public servants. That has expanded under Justin Trudeau by 40%. 2015, he promised to cut back on external consultants. Yet, for the fiscal year of last year, Ottawa spent $15.7 billion on external consultants, totally bypassing the professional public service, an 88% increase. So I wanted to raise that as a concern. Now, sir, based on your years of experience in financial matters, accounts from your members, the RCMP commissioner testifying they are investigating ArriveCAN, the AG report, PSPC officials claiming they are sufficiently suspicious of criminal activity surrounding the ArriveCAN procurement process, documented evidence of forgery and potential fraud, and the mountain of media reporting. Sir, do you believe, in light of everything that I have presented to you, and I'm sure that you have been listening to and reading on your own, do you believe that there is a strong element of criminal wrongdoing in the ArriveCAN?
I unfortunately couldn't comment on that. It's not my area of expertise. I can tell you based on the findings of the Auditor General, there was a clear lack of respect of the financial framework that's put in place.
Do you believe, and have you had any particular direct communication with the ministers responsible for the memberships that you represent?
No.
Okay. Now, you've also read in the newspaper about Mr. Yeo, one of the principals of Dany, who not only was gainfully employed as a member of Department of National Defense, but also as a subcontractor. And in this particular case, Mr. Yeo and the other company that he's affiliated with, Dany, are responsible of receiving upwards to $40 to $50 million in taxpayer funds. Another two-person company, much like GC Strategies. The ability to moonlight as a member of the public service and yet being accused of fleecing the taxpayers at the same time, do you believe that's an isolated incident in the public service?
I would believe so, yes.
You've not heard of any other accounts of this happening?
Not to my knowledge. Now, that's not to say it doesn't exist. Look, if basic due diligence could easily pick this up. As a public servant, you have a code of conduct. There's certain things you're not supposed to do. We have rules in place. We have controls in place to prevent this from happening.
What are your thoughts on ministerial accountability? Because all I've been hearing so far is the minister is completely oblivious. There's a raging firestorm happening in the ministry, and there's a plausible deniability. No one told me, or I didn't bother to ask. How do you feel about ministerial responsibility with this particular scam?
Ministerial responsibility is something that's important. It's something that, like, even at the deputy levels, the buck stops department by department. We need someone who's accountable, right? But organizations such as, like, for example, PSPC, ESDC, and D&D, we're talking about hundreds of millions, billions of dollars. This is very difficult for one person to be at the top. That's why we need financial officers to do their job of due diligence, financial stewardship, to protect these deputy ministers in order for them to allow them to do their job. You can't have one person that's verifying every single transaction, right? Due diligence is important. And our members can help specifically with that task to ensure that the taxpayers' money is being not only accounted for, but being well spent.
Do you think it's a function of incompetence at the deputy ministerial level, or is there an active attempt by ministers to shield themselves from this raging firestorm of fleecing the taxpayer?
I couldn't speak to that, unfortunately. I wouldn't know.
All right. How much time do I have?
20 seconds.
20 seconds. All right. That's fine. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Very good. Thank you.